What's up? Welcome to the Sportsify podcast with Keaton and Cam. We got two special guests with us today. We got returning guest, Bryce B, the Spurs fan.
What's going on?
And we got a new guest, Austin Erlov. Why don't you introduce yourself a little bit?
All right, thanks, Cam. I'm Austin Erlov, and I'm a huge sports fan. I like the Steelers, the Yankees, and the Lakers. So trust the process.
Bandwagoners. All right, we got a lot of basketball coming at you today. We're going to go over the second round and how our predictions went and what we think about those series that happened, and we'll go over the Eastern and Western Conference Finals before they start later today. So why don't we start it off in the West with the Rockets and Jazz? Keaton, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I was really disappointed. Like, I'm a huge Jazz guy, as you guys know, from our group chats and all that stuff. And I really thought, like, after game 2, like, they had a legit shot. And then the rest of the series, they were just so stagnant. It didn't look anything like them. I want to say the Rubio injury hurt them, but I don't even know if it did that much. It was just, it was not.
Could have maybe won one more game with Rubio. Could have got one more game, maybe.
Yeah. Like, I still feel confident. Like, I think the Jazz were one of the 4 or 5 best teams in the NBA this year, but they just played terrible in that series, and it was tough.
Yeah, I didn't think they'd get past 5, really, but I really liked how they played against the Thunder, and I wouldn't have been surprised if it went farther, but 5 is what I really thought. And all I know is that they have a bright future, and especially with Donovan Mitchell, I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
What are your guys' thoughts?
It was just like, one more thing. It was just like Gobert got beaten up so bad by Capella. Like, I firmly believe Clint Capella is the best center in the NBA now. Like, where would you guys have Clint Capella? I seriously, I would take him number 1. I think he's the best center in the NBA. I think he's better than Embiid.
Oh, come on.
I think it's pretty nice to play with Chris Paul and James Harden. But
yeah, look at DJ. DeAndre Jordan was first team. He was never the best.
Yeah, but
center
DeAndre Jordan, like Clint Capella, he'll switch on to Steph Curry in this series coming up, and they won't even. He might be their best matchup or something. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, he's more athletic, and his size fits him better than like DeAndre Jordan. But
he's such a good protector.
If Capella was like on like, I don't know. I think he's awesome, but I don't know if he's. I'd say he's top 5 center, but
I think he's like the
Chris
perfect
Paul will
big
make you look nice.
He can rim run so like. Gobert, he was completely taken out of his game. Like, in my eyes, like, all he was thinking about the entire game was just, like, run back, because he didn't want to get beat on the rim runs. And Capella, he's just he never wants a post touch either. Like, post touches, they just don't work that much anymore. And he never wants one and never gets a play around for him, but I think he's super good.
So you
pick and roll with Chris Paul, man. That's what DJ did for years, and that's how he got 4 All-Star appearances, or 2-3 All-Star appearances.
But DJ was still as good this year. Like, I'm just about as good this year. Like, I don't think it was.
So you would straight up take Clint Capella over Karl Anthony Towns or DeMarcus Cousins?
If I would take him over those two, but I'm saying that as Anthony Davis is a forward. I mean, he was playing the 5 this year, but that.
That's why I see him as a forward as well.
Yeah,
I would easily take him over Boogie, and I would take him over Cat.
But if you're starting a team with one of the 3, you wouldn't take Capella.
If I had Chris Paul and James Harden, I'd probably take. I don't know. He fits well. Capella fits super well with him, but I don't know.
Yeah.
No, but his rim running completely took Gobert out of the series and almost made him unplayable. So that's what happened there.
Yeah.
Gobert, as I was rooting for the Jazz, I did not want Gobert to play a single minute, and he's supposed to be one of the best centers in the NBA.
Yeah, screw Gobert.
Austin, what do you think on that?
Well, you can't forget about JaVale McGee. But
that is true. I will say.
Hey, JaVale's second. Keaton.
On a serious note, defending Keaton's point, Clint Capella destroyed Karl Anthony Towns in the series.
For 2 games. For 2 games. The first 2 games.
We cat up something like 8 points in the first game.
How about 82 games, dude?
Shots.
Capella.
No, he's a good player, but I don't think I'd go as far as Keaton would say he's better than Towns. But for the Rockets, Karl Towns kind of stands around a little bit, and Clint Capella's in on that action. So
Capella's a guy that he's a really good defensive center, and I think he's a guy you'd want to put on Towns.
Like the last 2 minutes of like game 4 or something, I think he had like 5 blocks, and
it's ridiculous.
No one could get in there. And it was blocks that he came over from a long ways away on the other side and somehow got some touch, and that was hilarious because I saw Hakeem Olajuwon in the stands just like going crazy because he's been working with him, I guess. But yeah, he's a beast, and he's going to get a lot of money this summer.
I don't want to look ahead.
Max.
I don't want to look ahead too far, but I know everyone's saying in order for the Rockets to even hang with the Warriors, that Harden's going to need to have the crazy games and stuff. But I think the biggest X factor is Capella himself. If he's doing all that stuff and he can guard the perimeter, like you said earlier, that's actually going to make the series could be a little fun. So.
Just a quick question here. Or earlier this week, it came out the Suns were prepared to offer Capella a max contract. I know Chris Paul and Harden have definitely helped him grow. Hey, he's still developing. Be nice.
Yeah.
I know Chris Paul and Harden have definitely helped Capella grow as a player, but do you think Capella would be this good still if he was on the Suns, like this year or next year? And
if they sign Capella, then add like Doncic.
Yeah, Doncic with him, but if he didn't have the passers like Harden and Paul on his team that can throw great lobs off pick and rolls, do you think he'd be as good? People would still say stuff about him like this.
I don't know to the extent, but he'd still be a super versatile center.
Yes,
the perimeter and play good defense. So.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, obviously, it wouldn't be as well known.
The Rockets, in my opinion, Chris Paul, they got Chris Paul and Capella are up this year. And for me, if they were only able to choose one, they're gonna re-sign both. But if they were only able to choose one, for me, it'd be easily Capella you're taking.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be.
I would definitely take a 23-year-old up and coming dominant center over a 33-year-old point guard.
Is Ariza an unrestricted free agent too?
I think so. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Holy.
But I think he'd take the MLE or something. Don't you think?
Yeah, probably more than likely. It seems like he's really good friends with everyone, doing the commercials and stuff. So.
Yep. So you guys got anything else on that series left?
Not really.
Not a big fan of CP3, but it was pretty sweet to see him ball out in that last game. He finally got his moment. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, he finally made it to the conference finals. He did it. He only needed the MVP of the season on his team, but it worked out.
I saw a thing on Twitter. It was since 2000, there's only been 2 teams in the Western Conference that haven't made the Western Conference Finals, and it was the Hornets and the Clippers. So that made me laugh.
Yeah, that's fair. Yep, that is true. Yeah, Keaton got that one covered, or?
Yeah, pretty well so.
All right, well, let's move over to the 2-6 matchup between Golden State and New Orleans. That one went to 5, the same as Houston and Utah. I think that went about around as what people expected, 5-6 games. Bryce, how'd that go? What'd you think about that one?
Yeah, it's just, I think I said 5 games, it was either 5 or 6, like you said, and Davis just needed to have a huge game for them to win a single game, which is what happened, and they just didn't have, the people to match up correctly with them. It just wasn't
Well, it's about impossible to match
Yeah.
up with the Warriors, but
Mirotic guarding Kevin Durant and or Drew Holiday, who's like 7 inches shorter, guarding Durant, just don't
Yep.
work. Yeah,
yep.
not the right team.
If
Um,
you guys are the Pelicans, you bringing Boogie back next year?
No.
That's so
Are you rolling?
tough.
Are
You
you rolling
can't-
this team that just had their best year?
You cannot give Boogie a max contract. I mean, try to re-sign him,
Do you
but
think he would
can't
take like a 2-year deal for?
I think he'd be insulted by anything less than like 25 million a year, or like
And
somewhere around but it's what they have to do. They can't throw a 5-year max contract at a dude that just tore his Achilles, and you just saw your team without him go to the second round and sweep a team in the first round. It's just you can't. I don't know. No matter how good Boogie is. What's a realistic contract you guys see? Maybe like a 3-year 70 offer? I don't know.
And what's the market for him? Like I can't even.
Who
think
could
the
sign
team
him? Who
that
could
would
sign him?
Yeah.
I went through and I was looking at the teams who would either try to do a sign and trade for him or just sign him, and I couldn't come up with like the Lakers maybe if they're making a push.
Yeah.
There's hardly any teams where I'm thinking like, oh, there's
Do you
a
think that-
Boogie destination. Like,
No, it's like he doesn't have a market. It's kind of weird, but
Yeah. Do you think I don't know, like a DeAndre swap with the Clippers, is that realistic at all, or nah?
I don't think so. Like the most, like the spot that I think would make like like a lot, it would be cool and make a lot of sense would be Washington, but their cap is so messed up, it's not going to
that'd
work
be like
out.
Otto. And
Yeah.
I don't think you can you make a trade for a player if you're over the cap, and so they'd have to send more money than they're receiving.
Yeah.
So,
So it
like-
would be just too complicated.
Boogie would be awesome on Washington or Portland, but they're in such major cap hell, like it's never gonna work. You're never gonna see Boogie on the only teams that would be cool because they're just so handicapped in the cap space.
I know the
And at this
John
point-
Wall. I know the John Wall Boogie thing is like you kind of dream about that and stuff, but I don't think it would work. Those two guys, I'm over.
Who-
it.
Well,
Who wants a dude like Boogie? Like honestly, I mean,
They didn't work in college that great, and they just have 2 super big egos, and they're kind of like half considered cancers, both of them. So I don't know.
Austin, you're a big Laker guy. Do you want the Lakers to even sniff Cousins or what?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I used to think he still is a beast, but especially in today, Keaton's a big today NBA guy, and DeMarcus Cousins isn't that kind of dude, I don't think. And especially with Anthony Davis, that's just taken away from his game. And but I don't know, Dallas, they could throw a lot of money at someone who wants someone like
they could.
Yeah, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
I do like that.
I don't know. As a Lakers fan, I do not want to see DeMarcus Cousins. I mean, he'd probably make him better, but hey, Brook Lopez, don't hate.
Brook Lopez is signing with Golden State for the vet minimum this summer. I'm calling it right now.
No, he said he'd take a pay cut if the Lakers were contender. And hey, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, let's go.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those guys are already on the Lakers roster. So.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's about a done deal.
Start buying the jerseys.
Anything else in the West, boys? You want to go over?
No. Who would have saw Warriors Rockets Western Conference Final?
I don't think anybody predicted it.
No one saw this coming.
This is like the finals for us, so it's going to be a fun series. We'll go over that.
Yep.
I think it's going to be fun. We'll hit it on our way back, but let's hit the Eastern Conference now. The Cleveland Cavaliers swept the Toronto Raptors.
All right, I'm going to leave real quick, and then call me back when you get done with this.
Yeah.
I thought you were serious.
I got 3 LeBron haters against me. Even I didn't see this coming, though.
I have to say I'm sorry to everyone. Okay? I picked the Raptors in 7, and I don't... Anything I say for the next couple of years is not really worth anything, so I'm sorry, and I'm going to be better from now on.
For our listeners, Bryce picked the Cavs to go to the finals, but Toronto to win in 7.
You gotta play both sides. So you're
Oh
never
my
wrong.
god.
Yeah, last podcast, listen to that, see if you can pick her up. But yeah, the Raptors were just scared of LeBron. I don't know. They have that mentally. It's pathetic.
They shouldn't
We're giving up on the Raptors, right? They've hit their ceiling.
They hit their ceiling
Did you
3 years
guys-
ago.
What do you think about Casey? Would you have fired Dwayne Casey?
I feel bad for Casey, but I think it's a more DeRozan and Lowry problem than Casey.
Yeah. I honestly, I think there's 2 routes. You take the Dwayne Casey route, because if I was going full blown rebuild, I'd want Dwayne Casey as my coach. But or else I think they're going the Lowry and DeRozan route then.
But even if you did try to do a roster tweak, good luck trying to trade one of those 2 dudes. Anyways,
yeah. I saw
they did what they had to do.
Yeah, I saw like Anunoby and Lowry for Teague Wiggins. I don't know. I would kind of like that, but I think Lowry's almost untradeable.
Wait, what was that? What did you say?
Something that like I've seen, like I think KLC brought it up. Kevin O'Connor of The Ringer, he said, he said like someone else, like Miles, someone, and Lowry for Teague Wiggins, and if it was just like Anunoby and Lowry for Teague Wiggins, I think that would be all right. Even though I don't know, Tibbs would never make Anunoby what he looked like on the Raptors, anyways, because I don't know. But what are some realistic trade destinations if they wanted to move? Say, Valanciunas is on his last year of his deal, so maybe Lowry or Valanciunas or someone like that.
I don't know. The guy I really don't like on their team is Ibaka, and he's on a big contract. I'd try to get rid of him as soon as you can, but it's like I really like their team. Their depth is awesome, and they have like young players who have promise. So I don't know. It's like a weird situation. I guess if they're content with being a top 4 seed and then just getting wrecked in the second round, I don't really see where else they can go but that, because the trades would be hard for their cap situation.
Yeah, I want to say they should just get rid of all their vet guys, Lowry, DeRozan, Ibaka, all these guys, because I really like their bench. They're young guys. They got like 5 young guys that I really like, but they're not.
I think
none of them are like B+ guys. Like none of them are going to be all-stars. So it's tough.
Yeah, I think if the Raptors decided to take the rebuild route, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I think they could get something for DeRozan from someone, and then just get rid of Valanciunas at the end of the year. I think they're in the kind of like the same boat as like the Blazers, maybe something like that. I don't know. I think they could get something for DeRozan and start a rebuild, but you just don't want to start too late.
So. Hey, Erlab, Lakers fan, what would you give up for DeRozan?
I wouldn't give up any of those 3 guys.
You won't give up Kuzma Lonzo straight up for DeRozan. Paul George comes and the Raptors offer you DeRozan for Kyle Kuzma. Do you take it?
I'd make him take Dang.
Yeah, if you take Dang, it's a possibility, but in all honesty, I don't think I give up. How old is DeRozan? 27? No, a little younger.
I think he's 28, maybe.
Yeah.
Oof. No way. DeMar DeRozan, he can't shoot threes, scared of the big moment. Kyle Kuzma, he's taking all that in right now. He's going to be a baller. So
he's 28 years old. Will turn 29 before the start of next season.
Dude, I don't know. I think if you're going to – obviously Randall's going to get a contract, but if they're going to say something like Randall, they probably won't do that. And I don't know, Josh Hart, and he packaged those little guys in there. I'd maybe think about it, but then you have a log jam at those positions if Paul George comes. So, I mean, as a Lakers fan, to find a new place, DeMar DeRozan, you're not coming to LA. You had your chance.
DeMar, I don't think is like an easy guy to find spots for because he's a ball dominant, or he's a guy who needs the ball in his hands and he can't really shoot. it doesn't fit well into a lot of places. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's probably about in the best system position that he's gonna get in his career now.
Oh,
I
But
think.
I don't know how good Kyle Lowry is beside DeMar DeRozan. Maybe if he had someone better than there, he could succeed a little more. But
How much could
No.
Lowry help, say, like the Indiana Pacers? Do you
Oh,
think
Lord, I think he would be a lot better.
you think he could
Really?
make the Pacers a tough?
Yeah, dude. Watching
I
the
think
Raptors,
he's bad.
I don't like him either. But like playing next to DeRozan, I think would suck really bad because this is weird. But I feel like for DeRozan to be like any way effective in a system at all, he has to be the main guy. And he's a weird player. He's like an in between guy, and I think playing with him sucks. Like I don't think that Lowry benefits from playing alongside DeRozan.
I feel like DeRozan's kind of like a Wiggins, kind of like they're both similar. And I don't know. It took DeRozan a long time to come along. That's what it looks like Wiggins is, but they're never going to be like they have to be the ball dominant player, like you're saying, and they'll take their team as far like their team's going to go as far as they'll take them, which isn't going to be anything. So,
I think if you put Lowry in a more like motion based offense type thing instead of like a lot of isolation that the Raptors run, that you might he's a good spot up 3-point shooter. I think he could maybe fare a little bit better. I still think he's a valuable player.
Like if the Pacers think they're in a good spot, they want to.
How big's his contract though?
I think it's $30 million a year for 2 more.
Yeah.
Oh, screw that then. Actually,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's tough. I don't think they can really trade him to anyone. Yeah. Anything else on the Cavs, Toronto? I guess we could talk about Cleveland a little bit before we head off.
I mean, I
what do you
can't
guys
say
want?
anything like as a negative LeBron guy. I can't say anything negative about LeBron the way he's been playing. It's just ridiculous. Like I tweeted before the playoffs that he'd be averaging something ridiculous like 40, 10, and 10, and that people are going to say he should be the MVP, and it's kind of skipped over Harden. Like nobody's thinking is Harden better than LeBron. Is LeBron better than Jordan? Like it's a whole nother level. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's definitely impressive what he's doing. Yeah, just after the game winner and looking like they're gonna sweep the 1 seed, it was everyone was going crazy, and all the Jordan LeBron comparisons started coming up, and it's I don't know, it's crazy.
I know Austin because he's a Lakers guy, but in your two opinions, has he passed Kobe Bryant already?
Yeah, I thought when he won his Cleveland title in 2016, that put him like right behind Kobe, like just right behind him. And now I think he's passed him, and I think he's almost touching Jordan. I think if he makes the finals this year, if he makes the finals with this team and puts up like a half. This team's garbage. It's not very good when they're playing when the Pacers series, but the Raptors series has been playing good. Like
All right.
if the Raptors
Terry
series shows up,
Rozier or Jordan Clarkson?
Terry Rozier.
Well, easily now the way they're playing, but I think they're like dang near identical.
No,
and
Jordan.
What the Celtics get out of Terry Rozier is ridiculous. Like he's super good.
Yeah,
Jordan
the Celtics
Clarkson
are great at
is
that.
averaging like 4 a game. I think if you put Jordan Clarkson on the Celtics and he's their starting point guard instead of Terry Rozier, I think you're thinking of Jordan Clarkson as Terry Rozier right now. You're thinking of him the same way.
Nah, Clarkson put up numbers on the Lakers, on the 30-win Lakers, but he's not doing anything on Cleveland. I know he's not in a great position to succeed like you brought up before, but I don't think if you put him on the Celtics, he's looking as good as Terry Rozier at all. He didn't look that good on the Lakers when he could do whatever he wanted.
Everybody looks so good on the Celtics, and Terry Rozier's I love Terry Rozier though.
I don't. I think. Terry Rozier is awesome, and I don't
just
know.
don't
I
like
think
the LeBron team is trash, but like I said,
when
he's
they're
playing
not
so crazy
when
right
they're
now, I'm
not
not gonna
showing
say they're
up,
bad.
like the Pacers series, they look like trash. When Kevin Love doesn't play like an old man and he plays like the All-Star he has been for the past couple or for most of his career, I think that they have a like it's a good team, but I don't know. Like we said in the last podcast, they don't show up every night, and it's really weird.
That's a good point. Showing up every night, like what? Why is Tristan Thompson not playing? Like he got 0 minutes, I think. Like their last game with the Raptors, but when they needed a big win, he came in and like grabbed 8 boards or something in the first quarter. I don't really understand that at all. Why is he playing when it's a big game, but he can't play in any of the other?
And like JR shows up. Like 2016 JR was amazing. Like you basically almost had to have given him that contract. But now, like in the Pacers series, he was averaging like 2 points a game in that series, and it was embarrassing. And then he comes out against the Raptors and goes like 6 for 6 on threes, and like that's the JR you paid for. That's the JR that can help you go to the finals. But he doesn't show up. He shows up like one game a series, and that's what's frustrating to me.
I don't know.
It was depressing.
It was, yeah. I like after his little bank floater thing, I had troubles sleeping because I was like, this is dumb. Like, I feel like he had such a mental rap. Like the Raptors knew as he was dribbling up the court, they were already getting on the bus. They're like, we lost already. Like before he'd even shot it, they knew he was gonna make it. I don't know. He's amazing. I don't know about the Kobe Bryant thing. I don't like the Lakers, but I do respect Kobe, and I think he's a monster. And I've always thought he was better than LeBron, but this is making me think a little differently. And I'm still not sure how I feel about it. I need to see how it ends and then think about it in the summer. But I don't know. It's wild.
Bill Simmons is redoing his pyramid, so that's something.
When he has Bill Russell as his second best player of all time,
well, he's
what do you think
Celtics
of his pyramid?
Fan. It's garbage, but no. Well, he's a biased Celtics fan, but he's like a LeBron hater. So if he's gonna change it for LeBron, it shows something in my opinion.
Did you guys listen to the pod that he put out there today or yesterday? Yeah. The way he built his reasoning behind it was who was dominant in the eras should be the top 4 players, and he was Russell, the dominant one, Kareem, Jordan, and LeBron.
I don't know.
I
don't really
liked
see it
how
that
he
way,
acknowledged that guys in today's league would just if you put Bill Russell in today's league. I like that he acknowledged that, but him knowing that, I still don't know how he's.
Then you can't rank it that way.
Yeah,
I think they should be ranked different. I think in my opinion, if I ever made a top 100 players, I'd do postmodern, 3-point line and later. I wouldn't rank put any other old players in there. I don't know.
I think Bill Russell would get Shrek today. I hate Bill Russell and I don't ever want to talk about him. And so he's not in my top 50. So that's just what I'm saying.
He has 11 rings.
He fought a war for us, and I realized that. But
did you hear Bill Simmons? He brought up.
He's a vet.
He brought up the sneakers. It was literally we were having our conversations from years ago for people. We used to have these conversations debating. Is Bill Russell actually good? And we had
to fight.
I remember those. We fought a friend that was telling us he was good while he was fighting in a war.
Versatile.
We'll bring him on one time.
Back then,
and we'll get Case. We'll
get Christensen. Yeah. I think Bill Russell is better than Michael Jordan
because he had no type of training. He couldn't lift weights. He was working other jobs. He had terrible shoes.
Slippers. He fought the war.
He was fought in the war. Yeah.
There's
and then
the series there's 2 series or something.
For every year except for about 3 years of his career, the second round was the NBA Finals for Bill Russell.
Screw that, man. That's so dumb.
His 11 rings should literally be 2 or 3.
I mean, like besides him and Chamberlain, the rest of the NBA was filled with a bunch of Bryce Benavides's running around. So it's like, it's not fair. He was like what 6'8". He'd get F today, like bad. I don't care even if he did have the training, he'd still get F.
You will laugh out loud if you go back and watch a game of Bill Russell's. Like the dude never took a dribble with his right hand. Like it's laughable, but
it's like
they don't
have function. Yeah.
I don't want to disrespect it too much. But.
Yeah. Speaking of Bill Russell, the Celtics, that series. Let's move on to that. That series ended in 5 games. Boston took it. I don't think anyone saw that coming. I think the majority of the people were taking Philly, and no one saw the Celtics in 5 or less. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Austin, you want to go first?
Yeah, do not trust the process. There's my first take. The Celtics are very impressive. Brad Stevens, you're the man. I don't like the Celtics, but Jason Tatum, so smooth. When you drop Covington, boy, oof, that was good.
Tatum's nice.
But no, and I think a team like this, there's no way they get beat by LeBron, just one guy, with all the players that they have. Marcus Morris, I like the trash talk. That's great. But
they're digging
LeBron
doing that. Man.
I think maybe Bryce, but like this team is so well rounded that I don't know if LeBron can beat him by himself, and I don't think they're gonna fold, especially with like guys like Morris and Smart,
sure.
And like I don't know, I really think that the Celtics are the real deal here, and they're not gonna beat the Warriors in the finals, but I do see them beating the Cavs, and that's my pick there. But you never know with how LeBron's playing, and I hope Morris can shut him down. But
Morris don't even
that's a tall order.
Morris doesn't even start.
He's gonna play on him, and he's gonna lock him down.
He'll get his defense on him.
LeBron.
And then Philly, I guess Ben Simmons. He's not my favorite player in the world, but he's pretty good. And he didn't play that good in the series. And
no, he didn't show up.
And Joel Embiid, he's a laughable human being who is garbage. And when he dribbled that ball off his foot and cried on the ground, that was a great moment in sports history.
Yeah, sometimes. Joel Embiid just needs to shut up and play, like, for real. Like he needs to back up his trash talk. Like, I love Joel Embiid, just like how funny he is. And I think, I think he's awesome, but he needs to back up his trash talk and win something before he keeps up all the talk. That's just my opinion. But
yeah, with how young they are, though, and they got...
It's impressive. I agree. Like, he can talk a little bit for how good they did this year and their improvement. But in that series when they're down 3-0 and he's like fighting Terry Rozier and they win their first game of the series, down 3-0, make it 3-1, and he's like just trash talking still, and it's like, dude, you're about to lose the series. I mean, I don't know. It's confidence, but then again, it's a little ridiculous too.
Like, so Embiid's like what, like 24 years old, 23?
Yep.
I think he's 23.
And Horford's like what, 33, 32?
31 maybe? I don't know.
The play that like sticks out in my mind, because Embiid was like a defensive player of the year candidate and thing. I forget what game it was. Him. Just jogged right past him for the rest.
I think it was. I think it was game 3. He just ran right past him for like the game sealing layup.
Yeah,
it's like, come on, Embiid.
Dude, he is. My bad.
I was like a big Sixers fan. Like I was riding the process, and I was like, this is so cool. But after watching this series, like after watching Simmons, I know he's young and stuff, but scoring 1 point in a playoff game and Embiid just talking trash when they're down 3-0, I was like, screw the Sixers. I was happy that they lost. So
I got a question for you guys. If playoffs counted for Rookie of the Year, who do you think would win?
Oof.
I think it's between. Is it between Tatum and Mitchell? I'd say.
You think Tatum would win? I still
like
think
if it's just the first 2 rounds, I'm taking Mitchell, but Jason Tatum is about to go in the Eastern Conference Finals and do awesome things.
Yeah, that's true. It's tough. Like that's why you can't count playoffs. Like just for those reasons right there. But I don't know. Mitchell played really good, and but yeah, Tatum's been amazing. And this draft, not this draft, this I don't know how you explain it. This rookie class is gonna be impressive for years to come. You guys got anything else on the Sixers? Or
just one more thing. I criticized Al Horford being an all-star and stuff, and I take all that back.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my bad.
If you were Brad Stevens, would you have Al Horford guard LeBron in the next series?
Yeah, I was seeing that.
A decent amount of time.
I wouldn't, but I'd feel comfortable with the switching of the screens, you know.
Like he just killed Simmons. Like he was so good on Simmons, but LeBron's a different animal than Ben Simmons at this point.
Yeah,
they were so physical with him. Like like it was he wasn't.
And he just Horford would just stand in the paint and just put his arms up, and Simmons couldn't do anything. Like Horford's gonna have to close on LeBron and pick him up a long ways, and I think that's where you'd struggle.
I don't know if you guys saw the YouTube video that got released today, but Simmons was shooting 3-pointers in like practice. And he hit 10 in a row. So watch out. Yeah.
I don't understand why he can't even take them though. He's gonna next year. Like he had to have seen all the bashing of it, and I think he'll come out and shoot at least 75, 100 threes next year, probably more. Hopefully.
Please send me that video, Bryce, because the whole NBA season he was 0 for 11. The whole NBA season,
and they were all half.
They were all half quarters.
Quarters. So
I hope I can still find it. I'm gonna look for it.
Right, like he hasn't attempted a normal three since high school, right? Is that right?
Yeah, since high school.
That bothers the heck out of me. Like how. It can't last. You have to develop a jump shot.
For sure. If he can't even do the mid range, like Giannis isn't a great 3-point shooter now, but he's made a name for himself. But he has a good mid range shot, like post game too. If Simmons can't even develop that, he's gonna be stuck around where he is right now for a while.
Yeah.
We're good.
Like the whole, just as the year in an entirety though. Like, going back to the beginning of the year, I was down on the Sixers, like, their win total. I think their over-under was, like, 40.5, and I was saying under for sure. And then the same thing with Utah. I thought they'd be way under. And both those teams are just – they're so far ahead. They're so far ahead in the process of where they should be. And they got really bright futures, and things are looking good.
Of any playoff team, who do you see, like I guess, any second-round team taking a step back besides Toronto next year? Okay, because everyone else seemed promising.
Wait, that's a first round. That's a first round. My bad.
Yeah, second round, taking a step back besides Toronto, because I think that's kind of obvious that they're going to take a step back.
If LeBron leaves, I guess Cleveland, but we'll see. He's probably going to, I don't know.
So the Celtics step forward, huge step forward. Sixers step forward.
Well, it's kind of crazy to say Boston stepped forward when they're in the Eastern Conference Finals next year, but they did just because of all their injuries and coming through that. Like I think they're the favorites to come out of the East no matter what happens next year, right? Just I don't know.
They're gonna win 65 games next year.
Yeah, they're gonna hit the 60 mark. They were close this year, right? 57.
I don't know.
Yeah, they had 57 points this year. Yeah. It's gonna be getting Hayward and Kyrie back. Who do you think? Do you think they re-sign Smart?
Guys?
I've been seeing some blasphemy tweets that like they would you guys ever even consider doing this, like moving Kyrie?
Yeah, no.
I think that's so dumb. Like you gotta keep him.
You trade Rozier for maybe some picks or something. I don't know, but you can't trade Kyrie. I know that.
Stephen A. Smith can't get his mind off of that.
The max comes up for Kyrie, or the injuries and stuff. Maybe you put some injury clauses in there, like with Embiid. But Kyrie, you got to give him the max, and then if it becomes an issue, you just work around it. You can't not keep. You have to keep Kyrie. You get rid of almost everyone else before him.
I even saw things like they move Hayward like I don't know, it's so
You
whack.
can't do that. Like they
Oh,
moved Isaiah. Like it was hard.
No
for
one would
that,
ever
like,
sign with them if they
mentally.
traded Hayward
Yeah,
before he
you
played a
can't
game.
trade a guy before. Yeah, that's just
What
terrible.
and like they're all talk. I legit think you can start Hayward, Brown, and Tatum all at the same time.
That's what
Like
they
Yeah.
did this
Yeah,
year.
they started the year like that,
Yeah.
but people are acting like, oh, one of them's gonna have to come off the bench, and it's like, no, they all can play together.
And
That
obviously,
five-man
Horford's a
lineup.
good center.
What is it?
That-
Kyrie, Brown, Tatum, and Hayward and Horford. Oh
Horford,
Lord,
that is
they
so
could play with the
ridiculous.
Warriors. I think.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Yeah.
for sure. Do you think the Smart, is he going to resign on a decent deal with them, or is he gone?
I think they should. I would like to keep because you can't keep Rozier and Smart, so they're kind of gonna have to pick one. But I think Smart should be the one that they keep.
Yeah, because Rozier's going to get money. Like, I wonder if they. I don't know.
And
It's going to be tough. Like,
it's
is
nice-
his value going to go down now if he has a year on the bench next year? Or do you think they trade him this offseason?
I'd keep Rozier because he's under contract for sure next year, right?
Yeah, he'd be restricted after next year.
Yeah, just let him play out this year. But I would try and re-sign Smart. He's a restricted free agent, right?
Yeah. What's a realistic, like, 15 a year? They won't be able to
Less
do
than
that.
that, yeah.
Lou Williams
worth
got
it.
Eight.
Yeah, Lou. So
He's like 33 though.
Lou Williams.
yeah,
is
it
an
would be
all-star this
interesting.
year.
I don't know.
Smart.
I think Marcus Smart, I don't know. He'll probably take less money to stay with the Celtics, but I think he could get at least $12 million a year from some team. No, but
I think it's going to be tough. We'll see what teams do to create cap space and everything, but there's only like 7 teams with any cap space at all. And there's
Yeah,
so
that's
many
true.
guys like Avery Brad. There's so many guys.
yeah,
that
Bradley's
need
going to be
signed.
out there.
I think a lot of dudes are gonna stay home. Like
Bradley could legit be a mid-level exception player. Avery Bradley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
teams can go over the cap to sign their own players. So there's probably going to be a lot of players heading back to where they were.
remember, people were criticizing the Avery Bradley trade. I thought
It looks great now.
it worked great.
Well, he was awesome last year, but definitely worked out for them good. You guys want to hit the conference finals now, or you got anything else left to cover?
Let's do it.
All right. Move back to the West. We got Houston, the 1 seed, versus Golden State, the 2 seed. It's going to be a fun series. Probably going to be our finals, like as exciting as it's going to get this off season or this postseason. What are your thoughts on how that's going to go, Keaton?
Yeah, like you said, the NBA Finals starts on Monday, in my opinion. I think that's for sure. It's the NBA Finals, and
Yeah.
I think these are the 2 of the best teams of all time, in my opinion. And it's just so cool that we get a chance. We get a chance to see that 2 of the best teams ever playing, and
I think the
different
Rockets
style.
are the best team of all time.
I think they're one of the best teams ever.
I think they could beat anyone ever just because of how they play nowadays. But like they're gonna have to win a championship to be considered one of the best teams of all time.
Yeah, like
I don't.
yeah, and
Yeah,
they're not.
like-
It's gonna be tough for them to win championships, but just in terms
Yeah.
of like
Yeah,
match these guys up against, like
yeah, that's true.
it's,
I get what you're saying. Just because the play style in the NBA now, and like they're like the golden standard along with Golden State, that they could beat like any other team in the NBA history. So I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
So I still am like it's been a weird year for the Warriors. Like I still feel like, except for maybe Game 1 and Game 2 against the Spurs in that first round, like you remember Bryce B, they were locked in and they were rolling. Like, they were
Yes.
going so hard, and that's when the
Mhm.
Warriors are scary. And they're gonna come out in this series and they're gonna be like that, and it's gonna be scary. But the Rockets are just ridiculous too, and they haven't been playing that well lately. But I think it's gonna be a really good series, and I'm gonna take Golden State in 6 and Oracle. That's gonna be my pick.
Yep. I agree with you. I think this is really almost a consensus pick, which is crazy. But like they'll split like the first two in Houston, and then it's so hard to win in Oracle, and then Golden State will take both of them at home, and then Rockets might win Game 5, and then it's over Game 6. Austin, what are you thinking on that one?
I'm gonna be generous here with the Rockets, and I'm gonna say Warriors in 5. I don't know. I'm not a believer in the Rockets. I really like Clint Capella, but other than that, I'm not a big fan of Chris Paul and James Harden. James Harden's a beast, but he flops a lot, and
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if that's gonna happen here. But no, on the serious note, it's the Warriors, and like Keaton said, they're gonna be locked in, and I don't know who can beat these guys, and it'll be fun for a little bit, but eventually I think the Warriors are going to win in 5, and kind of stinks because this series is hyped up a lot, and it's obviously going to be a good one and 2 fun teams. But the Warriors.
I think it's overhyped because of how the regular season series went. But then again, I mean, like you saw the difference between regular season Warriors and postseason Warriors.
Exactly, dude.
And at first I was like, the Rockets might make the finals before the playoffs started, but my mindset has definitely switched here. And after Golden State just blew out New Orleans Game 1, I was like, "There's your NBA champions. They look amazing." I don't know. It's still gonna be probably the most fun series from now on through the finals.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna beat like the Cleveland, Indiana, or Boston, Milwaukee series or anything like that. But it'll be fun from now on. But I think you already know the winner. But I'd like to see a little different finals. So I'm gonna be rooting for the Rockets, but it's not gonna happen.
Brad Stevens coach team against the Warriors would be kind of interesting.
It would be fun, yeah.
I don't know what he would do and try to switch things up because he's a really good coach, but because there's not a lot you can do literally to stop that team. Doesn't matter how good your coach is. But the Rockets, they can pack their bags and go home about right now. Because I don't know. I love Draymond Green too, and I think he'll obviously probably is he going to play on Capella?
For a lot of the series, I really have no idea if the Warriors are going to play a center. Like, I don't know if they'll play a single center all the series, but they might.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think Capella could bully him, but I don't know if they. I think if Capella was taken.
Draymond.
Dude, Draymond gets bullied by big centers. I've watched him play Cat 4 times.
Capella's not that tight.
Yeah, no, I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, if Capella's taking post shots, that's the Warriors. They already won. That's what I'm saying. Like, then they can throw Draymond on him.
He's never going to take a post shot.
Like, I think Draymond. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Draymond's like the best matchup probably in the NBA for Capella because he does all that nasty stuff and he'll play the pick and rolls and stuff like that, and he'll be able to come up, but like you don't need to play a center on the Rockets really because Capella is that guy. And what do they play at power forward?
PJ Tucker.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What I was trying to say is I think Capella could bully him in the post and shoot 50% around the rim, but the Warriors are just going to outscore you and kill you if that's the Rockets' game plan. So I think it's a good matchup with putting Draymond on him.
Draymond's a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. He's so smart. And the lobs, all that stuff, like they're all ready for that. Like Kerr, I mean, he's a decent coach. He's gonna have stuff ready, and they're gonna pick and choose. I got the Warriors in 5. I can't wait. I'm gonna cheer so hard for the Warriors. I do not like the Rockets at all, and I think it's gonna be great that they realize that their like goal of winning a championship, as long as like there's a team in San Francisco area, it's never going to happen. So I think, it's going to be amazing to watch them realize that. Go ahead, re-sign a 33-year-old Chris Paul, sign Capella, have your cap all the way the hell up, and you're not going to get nothing out of it except maybe a Harden MVP. So congratulations, Houston.
For the record, Bryce, Draymond only has one DPOY because Kawhi stole one from him.
No. If you look in the books, it's 2.
But I agree with you, Bryce.
Wait, Draymond's only won it once?
Yeah, remember because Kawhi played like 40 games and won it that year over Draymond.
Yeah, I know. That was in 2014. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, Draymond's only won one last year. But
I hate to be the Rockets guy. Like, I like the Warriors a lot more than the Rockets. I'm gonna cheer for the Warriors. Well, I'm not gonna cheer. I'm just gonna watch the series actually. But like, you guys are also negative on the Rockets, so I gotta be the Rockets guy, I guess. Like, they're 50-5 with their guys playing like that.
With those
ridiculous.
3 playing, yeah.
For the Raptors.
That you got a point, but
I can't wait to see Klay Thompson play on James Harden. That's a
great matchup for them.
It is.
That's the best matchup you can have. But like,
dude, Klay Thompson,
things, like, you can.
Is Harden going to be guarding Thompson?
Probably.
Oh,
but
sure.
like this entire series is everybody's going to switch everything, and on every possession, everybody's going to be guarding somebody else. So I don't even know what to expect. Mm-hmm. But like, Steve Kerr can be ready for like the pick and roll lobs, but James Harden attacking the basket with Clint Capella sitting there and the shooters around him, like, you just can't do anything about it most of the time. And if they're rolling, it's gonna be tough. And both the teams, if they're rolling, like.
And Tony chokes a lot too, so.
It's the history. Yeah, I don't disagree.
He's the Chris Paul of coaches, man.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, and you never know how CP3 is gonna. Who is he gonna show up?
He's gonna see Curry and piss his pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all know what happened on the baseline.
Yes.
Like in the Clippers.
He stepped on his foot.
It don't matter.
All right. You guys want to cover anything else on that series? We got Austin. We got Golden State in 5 from you, Bryce. Golden State in 5, and Golden State in 6 for you and me, Keith. Right?
Well, gosh dang, I want to go Rockets, not just because y'all are. But no, I'm still going Warriors. The Warriors are just the best.
Be on the right side of history, Keith.
Be on the right side.
Don't say the right side of history.
No, no, I hate that saying. All right, let's throw East. This pod will be out Sunday, so today is the start date of the Eastern Conference Finals. It's gonna be a good series, I think. Keaton, you want to start it off? What do you think is going to happen with that?
Sure. Before the playoffs, like, I was thinking like potential matchups for the Cavs, and I did not think the Celtics would have. I didn't think they'd have a very good shot, but the way they've been.
We talked about Philly. The winner, Philly, Miami, would be in the Eastern Conference Finals, right? We kind of agreed on that before the playoffs started. Yep.
Yeah. I didn't give the Celtics much of a shot, but they've played their way into me believing in them, and I believe in it. They're like what you guys were talking about earlier. The Celtics, they're just a bunch of dogs, and like they're not just gonna back down. And like I love Marcus Morris saying that, and I know all their guys believe that. Like, they're not the Raptors, and the Raptors are gonna lay down every time, and the Celtics are gonna they're gonna say, who cares if he's the best player ever? Like, we're gonna go at him, and I can watch the Celtics Cavs series every year, but those Raptors series are tough, and I'm excited for it. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Who do you have? What's your prediction?
What's my pick?
Yeah.
I'm taking in Game 7 in the Garden, Boston in 7.
The Garden is so tough to win in.
It's ridiculous.
It's good. I'm probably gonna go. It's tough. I was thinking Cavs in 6 for a while. Even though I love the Celtics, I think what they're doing is insanely incredible. I think they got nothing to lose, especially the young guys like Brown and Tatum are just going to be going hard, going all out. And I'm going to go.
Who's LeBron going to guard?
Everyone.
Like Marcus Morris when he's out there. Like, he'll just guard who's ever the least offensive threat. So, like, Ojale when he's out there. I don't know who he'll guard in the starting lineup.
Probably. I don't know who he'd guard actually.
It depends who the Celtics start. I don't know if the Celtics will start Horford at the 5 or like I don't know if they'll start Baines. I doubt it, to be honest.
Yeah.
They'll probably
Yeah, I
start
don't think so.
Smart, but
hmm If it's Smart
he'll
and
start on
Rozier,
Smart. If Smart starts, he'll play on Smart.
yeah. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go. It's so tough because I think if it goes to 7, Boston's gonna take it in the Garden. So I'm gonna go Cavs 6, just because I think it's not the Celtics year yet. That's just I don't think it is. I think they're gonna be amazing next year. I think they're the early favorites to go to the finals next year from the East, but it's just not their year. I don't think. But I want them to prove me wrong. I'd like to see different finals on both sides of the bracket, but I think it's going to be another Golden State Cleveland. Cleveland in 6 is my pick. How about you, Austin?
I'll say Boston in 7 too, just because, like Keaton said earlier, we talked about how Boston has all those guys that are gonna like rise to the occasion, like as you would say.
Yep.
And they're not going to back down from a team that has one player, like Cameron says, but I think they have more than that. I don't know. Like, too many people on the Cavaliers stand around and watch LeBron, and that stuff's not going to beat the Boston Celtics. Like I don't agree with Cameron saying the Cavs team is trash, but the way that they're coached and the way that LeBron handles it,
Yeah,
that's what makes their team trash.
No, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like I think that
like if you put a lot of other players on if you put the players on the Cavaliers team on a different team,
yeah,
they're good players.
Yeah,
like,
they just don't
fit
fit well. They don't fit well.
Clarkson is a good player, and he is just wasted because like Rodney Hood, he like declines minutes because he doesn't want to get off the bench because I don't know why. But the Cavs they're like
those guys are unplayable now. Like
they don't fit well, and I agree that they don't fit well, and it's on the Cavs and LeBron for making that team. But then again, Jordan Clarkson should be playing better than he is. I know he's not comfortable. I don't think he is.
He sits 32 minutes, then comes in for 8 minutes, and
it's because he's been playing like garbage. Like because when he gets 20 minutes a game, he's still putting up like 2 points on like 5, 6, 7 shots.
Here's the problem. Like, okay, everyone says the Cavs are trash. Well, again, LeBron set this team up. He got all these guys to come here.
I agree that,
and they're not playing. They're not. So that doesn't make any sense to me. LeBron wants all these young guys, but they don't play them at all. Which in today's basketball, you need those young guys to play in space and shoot threes like that. And that's what he got. Literally, no one else on the Cavs chose that. He wrecked that team, and he didn't wreck it, I guess, because D Wade and those guys, they're washed up and everything. But it doesn't make any sense to me. Like LeBron is literally the coach of the Cavs, and that's what bothers me. His greatness is, yeah, he's a great basketball player and everything, but
you see what happens
MJ
when
didn't do this stuff. They didn't throw these guys down, and they didn't play because LeBron wanted to have the ball the whole game. That's what bothers me about LeBron is this team was formed by LeBron. Literally, he chose this team. And Larry Nance, what does he do? Nothing really on the Cavs.
DNPs.
Like that's why the Cavs are not good. That's why their team is not good. It's because LeBron has the ball the whole game and the young guys don't play.
You see how good they are when Kevin Love and J.R. Smith are making their shots though, and they're playing good. Like you can't just blame it all on the fit. Like I agree, like these guys aren't in a great position to succeed, but they're winning games with LeBron, and they need to like play to their potential when they're out there. Like Jordan Clarkson should be playing better. Like I agree, he doesn't look comfortable, but he should be playing better. Like I've seen how good he is on like when he played on the Lakers, and he just should be playing better. It's not LeBron having the ball in his hands for a lot of the game isn't the reason why Jordan Clarkson is shooting 1 for 8 or whatever. I don't know.
Honestly, Jordan Clarkson should be starting over J.R. Smith 100%.
If you watch like Clarkson on the Lakers, like he was the one who brought the ball up. You know, he like had the ball. He's the type of guy he needs to have like the ball in his hands, and he needs to see the ball go through the net, like right away almost for him to have a hot game. And like standing there and watching and then catching a driving
Yeah.
kick, LeBron drive, that's just not the way Clarkson plays. So I don't blame Clarkson's struggles at all on himself. I blame it on Tyrone Lue being ass at coaching and LeBron James just not being a good team, like not being a good fit for him. So I do blame fit.
And right away I was like, man, why did Rodney Hood would have been so good on this year's Jazz team? They should not have done that just for Jay Crowder, or whatever what they got out of that, and they got
it was just Jay Crowder because they cut D-Rose.
Dude, Rodney Hood is a good basketball player, but he sits for 25 minutes and then comes off the bench and is expected to score 12 points, and then when he doesn't, and like I don't agree with him saying I'm not going to play, but honestly, dude, Rodney Hood was looked at as a really good young player who could shoot the ball. But on the Cavs, he struggles. So why are all these guys on the Cavs struggling? Because LeBron holds the ball the whole game.
And everyone in the media is like, oh, what the hell, Larry Nance, Clarkson, they all are terrible. It's like, you can't sit for 24-minute spans and come in and be freaking what you are. Like that's the coaching's that's the coach's fault. That's like, no, I feel like he does have a good team, but the players aren't utilized the way they should. Watching Game 7 the Pacers, I was like, what the hell is this 2015? Like watching Thompson and Smith running around crazy. It's like, I don't feel like those two should even be getting minutes on a team that's like playing for a championship. Like that's crazy to me, but whatever. It like works, I guess, but I don't know. Hood and Clarkson are both better than JR.
Yeah, when they lose, it's always the other guys, and when they win, it's always is LeBron better than MJ. But like, it is on those guys for not playing better, not getting themselves into a better rhythm and finding ways to affect the game. But it's tough both ways.
LeBron gave Kevin Love anxiety disorders.
I feel bad for Kevin Love. Like, I would feel bad for Kevin Love.
I do too.
Yeah.
And he is. I think he's still good. Like,
he is.
He is.
As a Lakers fan, I would take Kevin Love over DeMarcus Cousins any day. I would say, Kevin Love, you come play for the Lakers. And, dude,
I don't like that argument.
You wouldn't take K Love over DeMarcus Cousins?
You guys said that he was better. I don't think after the Achilles probably not, but like before I was like, you guys are crazy that you think that DeMarcus Cousins is a better basketball player than Kevin Love. If
He's better, but I'd rather have Kevin Love on my team easily. Yeah, he fits so much better. He'll actually try. Like
Kevin Love will do He'll do anything.
If Boogie was a single big in a lineup, I think your team could be good. I mean,
why was Kevin Love ever like suggested to change his body type and change the way he played? Because
you need to spot up with Bron, man.
He's the perfect fit with LeBron. Like, he's the perfect LeBron big, the guy who will stand in the corner, stretch the floor, get rebounds,
work hard for rebounds. Yep.
Like, he's the perfect big for that team.
I don't. Is he involved enough? Like, I don't think.
No, like when he gets when he's on, like he's good. Like he legit is. When he plays really good, that's gonna be a reason they win. But I don't know. Like his lows can be kind of rough. But I don't know. Like we've seen multiple versions of Kevin Love this postseason, and it's crazy. I don't know.
It's just kind of hard watching all those guys rot on Cleveland and then listen to people say that he doesn't have a good team. That's the only problem that I have is because, like, LeBron, you literally formed this team, 5 times?
And something else that's pretty interesting is watching all the players that were on Cleveland at the start then left and watching how they excelled with their new teams.
He was
Isaiah Thomas, Crowder, like they all played better because they got into a good system where they could actually utilize.
Right, you're starting to get back on your train of knowing that LeBron is not better than those guys.
No, but dude, I can't deny what my eyes have seen.
Exactly.
But he's a cancer though.
You cannot forget.
He's a whack ass teammate, if you ask me. I would play with LeBron. We sound
like idiots and say that LeBron is stupid because he is in the conference finals again, and he very well could be in the finals again. But it's just hard to watch for me because none of those guys ever did that. They didn't have the power to go into the front office and say, I want this guy and this guy and this guy and this guy. And then
Kobe asked for Paul Gasol though.
And then
I'm pretty sure he did.
Afterwards say, these guys suck. I need new players again. Like, that is just dumb.
Cameron, if you're starting 5 with Smush Parker, Kwame Brown, Luke Walton, and Lamar,
Yeah,
would
I
you
agree.
ask
I
for
agree.
somebody?
Yeah.
And then they went to the finals right when they got Gasol. They're in the finals.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't know.
Kwame Brown.
I don't want to sound like a LeBron hater right now because like he's so good right now and he's so ridiculous, like playing at all-time greatest level right now. And I don't want to hate on him, but
I just want to okay, that's fine. Just quick questions before we talk about finish up our predictions.
Bro, Bryce
Who do you
needs
think?
to give his picks, homie?
Yeah, if Jeff Green took LeBron's minutes, take LeBron out, how many wins do the Cavs have?
wait, what?
What does that even mean, Cameron?
Like, how good are the Cavs without LeBron? If you're saying he's a
LeBron?
cancer. Yeah.
Okay, here's my
Jeff
thought on
Green-
this.
If you have a team that starts like Clarkson, Hood, Jeff Green, Kevin Love, or even if you just switch around lineups, I think they'd be in contention for a playoff spot in the Eastern Conference with the right coaching. If you switch out,
if Kevin Love gets like the focus he did in Minnesota, I'd say it might be. But if he's playing like he is when he's like scoring 3 points a game on 10 shots, 12 shots, then there's
Love's fault. Like
I mean, like he's missing those shots. Like he's not like LeBron doesn't make you guys miss shots. He gets his teammates open. That's why.
But he makes you play a certain role.
There's too much standing around, Cameron. Like there's no when he's bringing the ball.
But like
up,
Kevin Love's great.
What are the chances? Like I want to see what the percentages of when LeBron brings the ball up, what he drives to the hole. Like it's literally probably 65%. Everyone's standing there watching. Like woohoo, go LeBron! Wow, that really makes your team better. But he's such a good teammate. He's the best teammate of all time. He passes the ball. He's so good.
Yeah, it works though.
Yeah. Bottom off suits, Austin. He's a top 10 teammate.
IT's still salty about his suit. He never got it.
No, IT's
don't make him that
about
small,
everything.
They don't make
my
suits
thought
that small.
on this is so this.
They don't make suits that small.
I bet you IT wakes up in the morning just pissed off every day of his life.
He probably does. Well, he got
Puts
screwed by
Cheerios.
Celtics.
He got screwed out so bad.
Mhm.
I
feel bad for him.
I remember calling like 2 years ago that a midget can't be the best player on your team for you to go anywhere, and I was right.
All right, give us your predictions, Bryce. Sorry.
All y'all, I made a mistake last series, and I'm not gonna make that same mistake. I am picking Cleveland in 7. LeBron's won Game 7s in Boston before, and he can do it again. And I'm not picking against a top 3 or 2 player of all time anymore until he actually loses. He's been to 7, 8 straight finals. So yeah. I'm not. I am picking the Cavaliers in 7 games. If you put LeBron in a Game 7, I don't know. I'm not picking against him.
Isn't it crazy to think like this is the last year like he was on the Heat? Like this is the duration that doesn't it feel like he was on the Heat like for a lot longer than this? Like from 2015 to now, like does it feel like he's been on Cleveland again for as long as he was on the Heat? I don't know. It just seems weird to me.
What is it? 4 years?
Yeah, it's been 4 years already.
Oh wow, it's crazy.
What are the chances he's in a Cavs uniform next year?
80%.
I'm with you. I think it's pretty high too. I don't think it's that high, but like I don't see where LeBron literally will go.
Yeah, I don't think Houston would. I don't think Houston. I don't think Houston wants him. I know Magic wants him, but I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Let's see a Kawhi for LeBron trade.
No, LeBron never gets traded. Yeah, he has a clause.
They should just cut him.
Buy him out.
Yeah.
No, Tyronn Lue cracks me up too. God, that guy.
Dude,
he is the worst coach in the NBA.
He's bad. I think no matter what happens, if they lose in 4 to the Celtics or lose in 5 to the Warriors in the finals, Ty Lue's gone.
Yeah, but let me make this clear, Bryce. Tyronn Lue is the perfect coach for LeBron.
He's a robot.
Because he doesn't coach.
Say anything.
Dude, that video where LeBron's like, sit down, and Lue just sits down. It's like, no. Popovich would lay it out if he told him to sit down. Like,
Twins just took the lead in the 12th inning, Cam.
Yeah, I watched it. I'm watching it right now. They're bottom of the 12th. They're up 5-3. All right, let's talk our finals predictions.
Wait.
Finals.
All right, so you
got
LeBron.
more?
Your LeBron question, or like if you take LeBron off, so
Yeah.
this would be if he goes this year, it'd be his 8th straight finals, right?
Yes.
So like, I wouldn't say it this year, but the previous 7, if you take LeBron off that team, I still think
They're definitely
favorites.
playoff teams.
I think they're
Oh,
the
the
favorites to win the
favorites?
East.
The
Every year,
favorites.
their roster is the
They're
favorite to win
playoff
the
teams
East.
easily,
You take
but-
LeBron off.
Kyrie and Kevin Love.
Oh,
Kyrie and Kevin
D-
Love.
They're not favorites in the
D-Wade
East,
Those,
though.
those are the two best players in the
Celtics,
East.
The
They
Celtics
still
are
have the two
definitely
best
the
players in the
favorites
East
over
every
them.
everyone.
The
Nah,
the
dude.
very first Heat team might have lost to the Big Three in Boston without
Maybe.
LeBron, but it would have been close. But like
Yeah.
I think without that, I can't disagree with you.
Like,
Really.
how ridiculous is that? And the only one who gets any credit, like LeBron, 8 straight finals, 7 straight
The
finals.
favorites to come
But-
out of the East or the favorite to win the finals?
Yeah. No, not
The
they
East?
get killed in the finals.
Out of
but-
the East, yeah.
Well,
Well,
Chris
the East
Bosh
has been
was
weak
better
stuff.
than Love. Do you guys agree with that?
No,
What?
I think he.
no,
I
wait.
think he was.
Dude,
That point,
you
let me-
right.
Chris Bosh is better
Yeah,
than Kevin
yeah,
Love.
no, yeah,
Right.
he was.
Here's
Yep, my
another
bad.
here's
He
another
is.
dude that
Oh, Chris
LeBron
Bosh
wrecked.
is better.
Literally, Chris Bosh was so good.
Dude,
And everyone says that he wasn't that good on the Heat. Why wasn't he that good on the Heat? Because he never got the ball.
and the
ever.
thing was, he was kind of good still. Like
Chris
he's
Bosh
still
was-
really good.
yeah.
He was
Yeah.
another really good fit with LeBron, and he didn't care. Like he played that role.
No, yeah. Sorry, Brett. I was wrong. Chris Bosh is better than Kevin Love. Like, he
Yeah,
was
Chris
better than
Bosh
Kevin
is
Love.
so
Yeah.
damn good. And
He was better with LeBron too. Like, yeah, it was just better fit. Obviously, he was more athletic, better defensively. Really good 3-point shooter. Yeah, Chris Bosh was awesome. I hate what happened to him.
yeah, it sucks. But like, yeah, I think a team of Wade and Bosch would have been hella
Oh,
contenders
that
in
would
the
have been
East.
crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Like thinking about Kyrie and Love and what they could have been.
Oh.
Like it would have been awesome.
Yep.
Like, what happened? Like, just talking about like LeBron teammates. How does like Amon Shumpert go from like starting in the finals and guarding Steph Curry like in?
But he
games-
doesn't even play on the Kings. Has he
I
been
know,
hurt?
but like, what happened to him? Like, I was just
don't
thinking of them. Like, how did
Like, they're not. I don't know. But like,
Like-
you guys know, like the Mozgov, like, you know what happened with that.
yeah.
The Dellavedova. Those were his 2 best teammates in the finals. I'm just saying, this is for example, like, they're not always better when they leave, but I agree, like, it's there's
that's-
some. I don't know.
Here, okay. This is really bad, but I'm gonna say it. LeBron makes really good players
Scaled
Worse.
out.
worse.
Yeah.
And so, like, when you say that he had Dellavedova and stuff, they're obviously a huge step down from Kyrie and Love. But LeBron makes very good players worse. Just think about that. Like, so that's not that bad. Like, it is terrible, but I don't know, dude. It's crazy to think about.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
it's
I'm
it's
super
for a
excited
different
for
pod.
both these
So
series.
let me. Yeah,
Yeah.
let me get your guys' final predictions. We'll do it every pod. Going on. Keaton, what do you think? Golden State
so-
and Boston. You had.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Golden State in 5. I'm really excited. Like, it'd be super cool to see, like Austin said earlier, Brad Stevens, like, they always play the Warriors tough, even, like, going back, like, 3-4 years ago, they always do. And I'm really excited to see what Brad Stevens does against LeBron. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely going to try things. He's definitely going to do some really cool things, so it'll be fun to see. But Golden State in 5. 2-0 with Durant.
Yeah.
How many ever they're
Yeah.
going to win, I don't know.
5. They're winning.
Done after this year, homie.
I hope. Austin, what are yours?
I got Golden State and Boston, and I'm gonna give Boston another game. I'm gonna say Golden State in 6. I'm not I don't like Boston, like I said, because I'm a Lakers fan. But dude, I'm impressed with this team and Brad Stevens. He's this friggin' Jesus himself. But I don't know. Like, I think they can grind out games and maybe wear the Warriors down a couple games, and maybe, who knows, at the end of a game get a shot here and there. And I don't know, but I definitely think the Warriors will win that series. So I'll say the Warriors in 6.
Nice. How about you, Bryce?
Warriors in 4 over Cleveland.
That's legit. Like, I'm debating between 4 and 5.
Yeah.
I'll do Warriors in 5. T-Wolves. T-Wolves would have pushed it to 7 against the series against the Warriors. I'll take Golden State in 5. Anything else you guys want to cover before we get out of here?
I don't think so.
Done. Alrighty. Keith, you good?
Yeah, we all good. That was fun.
We're all good. All right, we're gonna have a pod out for the finals for sure. Maybe even one before that, because usually the finals, I don't even know if the finals start within the next 3-4 weeks. So thanks for listening. Thanks for coming on, Bryce and Austin. It was fun. And have fun watching the Eastern Conference Finals today. Peace out.